everyone, and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today I'm really excited to bring you the very second edition of the brand new Gemstone Orphanage bi-monthly subscription package, which is an extension of Homestrung Jewelry and owned by a very passionate bead-loving small business owner who puts tons and tons of hard work and thought behind each and every one of these packages. Now, I will tell you up front that this particular box that we're going to look at today has sold out already, and that's despite them adding even more slots. However, on May 1st, they're going to be releasing a limited number of special one-time non-subscription packages that will follow along with this particular theme. Due to the fact that they did have extra materials and were able to pack up some extra boxes, they just can't do that in the same quantity for the subscription because certain stones, especially those really special ones that we find inside the gemstone orphan that you'll see, those are in limited quantities and they want to make sure every box is up to this standard. Now inside this box, you're also going to see the Findings Companion subscription, and for an additional $10.95, you can add that on. So total for the beads and the findings, the subscription is $45.90 per month. And if you just do the beads, it's $34.95 per month. I went into some more detail in the very first unboxing that I shared for their previous package. So if you haven't seen that one yet, I will try to link that in the corner. And you can also find out tons of details on their website, which I have linked right down below the video. It'll take you right to the subscription and also that one-time Picasso Jasper box that you can pick up if you missed out on this one and really want one of those. As you can probably tell, these boxes are packed full of a specific theme of gemstone bead, which coordinate around a gorgeous pendant, and they also contain some additional beads in crystal and glass, and their findings usually follow a particular color scheme for the month. The box that we're going to check out today is the May 2023 subscription package, and their next one will be out in July. Like I said, it's every 2 months, and they usually open up their subscriptions to new subscribers a little bit before the next month's package is scheduled to go out, so just keep an eye on their website for additional subscription box spot openings. But let's go ahead and get into this. Oh my goodness. I can't even. Do you see these? A subscription bead box so awesome and unique, it will knock your socks off. So we got a freebie. It looks like a little pair of bunny socks. How cute is that? These are adorable and definitely make me smile. And not only are these adorable, but they are very useful as well. So thank you for that. All subscribers get that free gift, not just me, by the way. Here's a sneak peek of our contents. You can see we have a lot to go through. They're also extremely organized. As you can see, we have a list of our contents all laid out nice and neat. And as you can see in the bead subscription alone, there's 20 different items listed here. And then if we flip that over to the Finding subscription page, we have a total of 26 items listed there. So a ton of things included for the price of the subscription, not to mention the thought behind everything and the high quality gemstone beads and pendant. So what's really special about this subscription is that each time you receive a package, you're going to get one of these beautiful envelopes with a certificate inside that details the specific pendant that you are going to receive. It's even photographed, the exact one, and registered. So we'll open that in just a moment. I haven't peeked in here yet, so I am thrilled to see what this looks like. Oh my goodness. Check this out. And the shape is so unique too. Not to mention how those colors come together with the brick red, some mustard yellow, bit of gray, and flipping that over, there's a look at the back, which is flat, and the front of it is a little bit more domed. It's also got a rounded top and more of a flat bottom, which is really interesting, sort of like a rounded trapezoid shape. So all of these special pendants are unique. but they're also all hand picked out and, like I said, carefully packaged, and they send the documentation for it along with the box. How cool is that? Look at the certificate. It's on this satiny, gorgeous paper. These would also make great gifts, by the way. But it talks about the unique characteristics of the stone. You can see it's photographed front and back in full color. And they also include paperwork talking about how you can take care of your stone and just overall making this aspect alone of the subscription feel really special. So the additional contents that we receive are meant to complement the pendant itself. And as you can see, they really packed this full to the brim. We'll take a look at these items first. I'm just going to get a little bit more organized, and we'll go down the list and take a close look at everything one at a time. So item number one is obviously our Picasso Jasper pendant. It's the bell shape, about a 38 by 25 millimeter size, and all the retail costs are listed on this sheet as well. And just for the beads section of the subscription, everything's listed at approximately $63 in total for the retail cost. So you're getting a really good value, which I think you'll especially see once everything is laid out. But here is bag number two, containing the Picasso Jasper rounds in the 6 millimeter size, and there's 25 pieces included. I also went ahead and opened up bag number three as well, because we also have some Picasso Jasper rounds in the slightly larger 8 millimeter size with 20 of those pieces on the strand. You can just tell how gorgeous these are. They would coordinate perfectly with the pendant this time around, and there's some great variety in the colors, striations, inclusions in each of these stones, which are just little works of art. And they have a more natural finish, not a matte finish and not a super glossy finish, but just one I would describe as a little bit more natural and matching the feel of the pendant. All of these items are bagged up and labeled, by the way, with the particular number that corresponds to the item on the list. But some of these items I'll go ahead and unbag prior to showing you. Like this next selection, which is a set of 8 of the 5 by 10 millimeter Picasso Jasper tubes. And these are listed as grade A, by the way. Gorgeous, aren't they? And lots of fun to get a different shape other than rounds to complement that main stone for the month. And this is a wonderful variety too, because there are so many different colors and shades that show up in the Picasso Jasper. And this set of 8 brings in a little bit of everything. And so does selection 5. These are the Picasso Jasper rectangles. We have 6 of those in the 13 by 18 millimeter size. And look how stunning they are. Each one of these tabular shapes reminds me of a mini canvas and like a painting of sort of an abstract landscape or something in the background. Just stunning how different they all are. And again, a great variety here. They don't all look exactly the same, and you get a little bit of everything to pull out all the different things that are going on in the Picasso Jasper, in the main pendant and the other beads. In bag 6 and 7, we have some wood jasper, which is a really cool addition. Bag 6 contains 20 of the 5 by 8 millimeter rondelles, and then in bag 7, we have 6 of the wood jasper oval beads in the 13 by 18 millimeter size. These are so cool. I love how they imitate the look of wood grain. You can see especially in those ovals where there's a lot more surface area, but even in the rondelles too. I love all those waves of tone-on-tone color, these being in mainly warm neutral shades that you could absolutely coordinate with the Picasso Jasper, these being a bit more neutral. And not to mention, these are also a different stone, but they are 2 additional shapes to add to our selection this time around as well. The idea here being that you can take what's sent and make things directly from your package. In selection 8, another great choice, we have some agate coins. These are the 10 millimeter size, and there's a total of 12 included. Another one of those stones that contains a lot of the similar colors that the Picasso jasper tends to have, but also adding in a little bit more transparency and a little bit more of that glossy shine. And here again, we have another shape and size to play around with that can definitely coordinate with our beads. Up next, we have some absolutely stunning goldstone in selection number 9. These are grade A, 13 by 18 millimeter ovals. 7 pieces of these included with a shimmer that is to die for, and I can't wait to show you what we got in number 10 as well. But looking at these, you can see that rich copper color that they have overall and all of that gold shimmer that is brought out, especially when you put them under the light. And here is selection 10. I'm just dying over this strand of goldstone spears. These are also grade A, and it's an 8-inch long string. As you can see, there's tons of beads on here. They all vary a little bit in their shape and size, which is the point of these. And that shimmer though, the gold sparkle that is throughout, and I know these are a man-made type of stone. I happen to love the goldstone and blue goldstone. Really has a natural look and feel, but also that galaxy of sparkle. Even more stones, if you can believe it. In bag number 11, we have the Mukaite Jasper marquee beads. There's 6 of those in the 13 by 18 millimeter size. These are really neat. They have a unique football-like ellipse shape, and mine are mainly in that mustard yellow or gold tone, which is one of the colors you see in the Picasso jasper. This one has a lot going on, including some of the red that we see in the Mukaite sometimes. So again, all of those are going to be a little bit different, and these have a very polished and smooth feel. And now we get into some of our additional beads besides the stones, such as some metallics and some glass and crystal, and maybe even some shell coming up. So this one right here is a strand of the hematite Heishi antique copper colored beads, these little flat round discs, which would be great for spacing out some of the stones and other materials. It's a strand of 100, and these are a 4 by 1 millimeter size. These discs being really smooth, and they're flat on both sides. Number 13 on our list is a bag containing 15 of the freshwater pearls in the dyed claret color. These are off round in their shape, and they have the most stunning reddish copper tone. Again, another great complement to our gemstone pendant, this time bringing in a little bit more of that reddish color, and also through the inclusion of another natural material, with these being all in great shape too. These are really beautiful. In bag 14, that one contained 2 of these laser cut briolets in fire opal. These are a 8 by 21 millimeter size with a hole that's located there at the top, so these would hang down. They have a bit of transparency, letting some light shine through, so you can really see the light sparkling through all of those crystal angles. And the top appears to be flat, and as you can see, they've got a bit of a pointed bottom area. For selections 15 and 16, we have some gold AB crystal beads, including the 6 millimeter twisted rounds that you can see on the left, which are just stunning and have a lot of great cut angles. Adding to that the AB coating, which gives them the rainbow of colors and extra iridescence. These also adding to additional shapes to what we've received. 25 pieces of the twisted rounds, and then we also have 25 pieces of the crystal cubes, and these are in the 4 millimeter size. Again, also in the stunning gold color, very warm and sort of glow, and have the iridescent coating on the surface. And we still have 4 more things to look at in the bead subscription, if you can believe it. Number 17 is a strand of the metallic copper crystal rice beads. These are in a smaller 4 by 6 millimeter size and offer us this additional neutral dark brown and yet another sparkly metallic finish, and a smaller size to add in with some of our gemstone beads, with 25 pieces included. In number 18, we have two of the crystal drop beads in metallic copper. These are the 8 by 11 millimeter size, and another pair that would look stunning if used in a pair of earrings, especially since we have two of those. These look to be in that same color as the rice beads that we just took a look at, and they also offer a different shape of teardrop with the more rounded features as opposed to the other ones, which were more angular, although these still have a lot of faceting and metallic shine. We have something really cool looking in bag number 19. It says this contains a lampwork bent tube in gold sand. It's a 35 by 10 millimeter size piece. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love all that gold shimmery detail too that shows up in sort of a tone on tone with that deep amber color, and really smooth and well done. There's a look at the whole placement going right through the center of that bent tube. You can see that being absolutely stunning at the front of a necklace, or even used as a focal point of a bracelet. Last but not least, for selection 20, we have the glass premium rounds in the Picasso finish. They're an 8 millimeter size with 10 pieces included, and they really do look like stones. It's really amazing, even though these are glass with more of a painted finish. The way those colors are mixed in there, getting some of the different shades of neutral, warms and cools, and also some shades of orange. They're very well done and pull out a lot of similar colors and aspects of the Picasso jasper. So that's another amazing Gemstone Orphanage subscription package, only their second one too, and they certainly did not disappoint, and it's clear to see why they are selling out so quickly. These boxes are definitely packed full of value, but the different materials that are brought together here and the thought behind the color coordination and just everything involved really comes through when you look at everything together on the bead mat. And if you're able to sign up and you like working with gemstone beads in particular, I highly recommend this package. And if you just want to get the beads themselves in the subscription, that one again is $34.95 at this point. And we'll look at the additional findings companion in just a moment. That's the additional $10.95 per month if you wanted to add that onto your subscription. And if you were trying to get one of those one-time boxes that's going to include a lot of the types of things you see here in the Picasso jasper and coordinating pieces, be sure to check their site for that May 1st limited edition box offering. And they also said they're going to try to do that going forward with extra materials they have, and only putting together boxes that match the value of what you see here. So here's a sneak peek at the bag of findings, and it looks like we have a mainly copper theme to go with this selection of beads, which I think is a great choice. And in these companion packages, you're going to find a mix of some essentials, such as what you see in bag number 1, containing some crimp sets, tubes, crimp covers, and wire guards all mixed in this set. So you have some things that you need in the coordinating tone of metal to be able to make things directly from your package, including those basics and essentials like that. In bags 2 and 3, we have two different types of earring wire findings. We have the French hooks and the lever backs. 4 of the lever backs are 2 pairs, and then 8 of the French hooks, or 4 pair of those. So nice if we get a choice of 2 different styles to work with in the earring findings right there. In bag 4, we have the head pins with the ball end detail, and these are listed as seconds, so the quality is a little bit less than they would be if they were more of a premium finding, but I happen to think they look a little bit more rustic and handmade that way, so that's actually kind of cool. And it lists about 10 of those in the bag, although it looks like this may be more than that. For items 6 and 7, we have selections of the daisy spacers and also some metal round spacers in the 3 and 4 millimeter sizes, and quite a generous quantity here to work with too. Looks like about 50 pieces of each of those. And again, we have some options to use, not just one style of spacer. Next up is a bag containing several sizes of coordinating antique copper jump rings. We have the 4, 5, 6, and 7 millimeter sizes all together. So again, we have a variety to choose from depending on what we want to work with. And another beading essential. Our next bag contains the twisted curb chain, and it's 72 inches in length. So tons of this to work with that really versatile 3.5 millimeter size and the wide open links, which allow a lot of room for wire wrapping onto, and also using these in segments for additional extender chain that you can clasp onto. For selections 9 and 10, those include a couple different varieties of bead caps and a very generous amount, in particular 30 of those for bag number 10 with the filigree floral design, which are really beautifully done. They're actually really lovely in their look and feel and overall quality. And then that set of 2 acorn-inspired bead caps, which would also be great cord ends. They do have a hole that's located at the top, so I could see these finishing off some type of a rope necklace or multi-strand piece. The next 3 selections include different types of metallic beads, which are more substantial than a small spacer bead and definitely hold their own, especially those really large double pyramid shaped beads that are so cool. We also have on the left-hand side the corrugated rice design and the runed saucers with those extra details that seem to be etched in and making them look more antique. These findings just keep going. It's really incredible what they've included in these packages. I'm really impressed. And here is what was included in bag 14. These are the Daisy Spacer star hangers, which are like these little tiny charms and can also be strung on like a spacer bead and give you that extra area where you can attach additional strands or fringe, wire-wrapped beads onto, which is a really cool component to have and something I don't think I really have at this point. So there are 20 of those pieces included. Next up, the additional connector components that we have in all sorts of different styles and shapes, like those really cool checkerboard ones on the right-hand side, the really swirly, detailed ones all the way on the left in the chandelier style. We also have the more delicate fan-like style with lots of openings at the bottom. And then a couple of these with the holes on the back. You could slide these directly onto a multi-strand bracelet, just for one example. We also have this really large connecting component. It's a 64 by 50 millimeter size, and it even looks to have some areas in the front where you could glue some special flat back crystals or stones directly onto those areas if you wanted to, or apply with colorful resin. They've also included 2 different styles of bails, like that barrel and a pinch style bail. Perhaps if you just wanted to use something really simple with your Gemstone Orphanage pendant. We also have a selection of clasps, including the toggles and the lobsters in 2 different sizes of each, and those toggles also coming in 2 different styles with the twisted rope and also the nautical details that those contain on both sides. And if all that weren't enough, they have included 3 different sizes of bare copper wire, and that only takes up one line item of those 26 different items on the list. So 3 of these included there. We have the 20, 22, and 24 gauge 5-yard segments of each, which is awesome. So that wraps it up for this time around with everything included. The addition of those findings really even filling out that bead mat even more and adding so many additional components, details, and designs that complement all those stones, glass, and crystal beads. Really inspiring package. Something really unique too, and you can tell that these are in limited quantities for a reason because they all feel very special. And I went into a little bit more detail in the first unboxing that I shared for Gemstone Orphanage, a little bit more about the background behind the subscription. So if you like what you see here and haven't seen that one, definitely check it out because I think you'll like that one too for sure. Again, be sure to look for those links right down below in the description section of the video to take you to the subscription sign up, with the next box availability being in July if they don't sell out as soon as those spots open up, but just keep an eye on their site. Also check out their YouTube channel, which I will link down below, to see some additional projects and also some other examples of boxes like this one. And feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you happen to be able to subscribe to this, what your thoughts are about these packages or anything else you'd like to say. If you enjoyed checking out these contents up close and found it helpful, definitely give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe while you're here because I would love to have you back. That's all I have for now though. I don't know about you, but I am really inspired with everything I see here below, and I think I'm about to put on some bunny socks. But until next time, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope to see you all again real soon. And until next time, happy beading.